Welcome back to another edition of the Karate in the Garage podcast. I am your host, as always, Mason Merrill, and with me today are our two co-hosts, Weston Toth and Aaron Bowen. What's up, boys?
What's up?
What up, boys?
We are back once again. So one of these days, I'm going to change that podcast intro where it says Mason Merrill and Weston Toth to all three of us because Aaron is a permanent staple on the podcast now.
Yeah, boy.
I am. I didn't realize I was, but all right, I'll take it. All right.
that wasn't.
You passed the test.
I mean, he didn't seem very excited. Maybe we should revert. I don't know.
Yeah, we Miyagi'd you. We ran you around making you catch flies with chopsticks and stuff, you know?
That makes sense. I like Mr. Miyagi. Actually, Karate Kid is one of the best movies of all time, so it makes sense.
Dude, that's
actually part
movie.
of the quiz today, too, so watch out for that.
Ooh.
Listen into the quiz later.
All
yeah,
right.
it'll be awesome.
Little tease there. I like it. So what have you boys been up to? How's everything going?
Aaron?
It's been pretty sick. Just, working from home, which I've done for the last year, so nothing has changed for me at all. And playing games. I actually started playing what is it called? Black Desert Online, which is pretty fun. It was on sale on Steam for like $5. I just picked it up and started tinkering with it, and it's really pretty. Nice little MMO. It's been fun. Yeah, I mean nothing too wild, but just living life and having fun. And we made a bunch of food for some of the people here locally, some of the friends, and that was nice to just be able to try and give back a little bit, because we've been really fortunate to, me and Katie have both been working still, so just give back a little bit. And the kids have been good, going a little stir crazy, but they got them out of the house right now, making some deliveries, and hopefully they'll come back a little bit less stressed out about being in the house all day, So yeah, it's been good.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool. How about you, Wes? What have you been up to?
Man, I have just been doing what I always normally do, which is being with the family. We're just hanging out with them, playing video games, lifting a lot of iron and steel, and working just my secular job, which has been very, very busy right now because of the springtime. Everyone's getting, caught up with their pools and doing some renovation still. There's still work happening here in Austin, at least renovation wise. So people are still doing that. Yeah, I had just a ton of work springtime, so people are getting ready to get into pool season and do that. But yeah, just been working out, playing video games, and hanging with my family. So that's pretty much what I always do anyway. Like
it's like, yeah, I mean,
yeah, for real.
I'm not lifting as much as you are, but I've been working out every day. So riding my bike to work now again. So pretty happy about that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I lift more than Weston, actually, which I'm really proud of.
I know, it's weird, dude. When I wake up in the morning, I literally think to myself, how can I be like Aaron? I'm just like...
I know. Sometimes you look at me and you say, that guy's 170 pounds and his arms don't look like they could lift that much. But it's shocking how well I can lift more than you.
I know, bro. I'm trying to be you, bro. One day I'm gonna be able to be you and lift as much steel as you can. But not today.
I get it. I'm the oldest in the group. Everybody looks up to me as like their dad, even though I'm only 6 months older than Mason and a year older than Weston. I'm everybody's dad. I get it. You'll get there.
Wait,
You'll get there.
Hold up. So you're my dad, but you're married to my sister. So how does that work?
Yeah.
Ooh,
it's like that I'm my own grandpa song or whatever. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think too much about it. It'll be
Gotcha. All right. Well,
we're all from the South, sort of. It's okay.
This is getting weird. But yeah, I've just been same here, just working a lot and just building apps and taking names. That's my life. Just code all day.
Nice. Code all day and play online.
Started a Twitch for the podcast, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I've been doing some streams on there, so
yeah,
it's been fun.
Where can people
playing some retro
follow
games.
That?
Yeah, so if you want to hit up our Twitch, it is Kitgpodcast, same as all our other social channels. So check it out. I'm trying to do like at least a weekday type thing, and if I can get some time on like weeknights or weekend nights, I can I might play some on that. I've done 2 or 3 so far. So
yeah, and I'll probably we might even have like a reverse schedule coming up here, because I'm normally free at nights and the weekends. and
Yeah.
you're busy, but you're a little bit freer during the day. So I'm gonna get some streams in there as well. But go follow KITG podcast on Twitch, and then you'll get an alert when we go live, and come and hang out, and we'll talk some games, or just hey, we can even play together.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be down with that. That'd be so much fun. And even if we're not just playing retro games, I've been just doing some retro streams. But yeah, I'm definitely down to play some more recent stuff too. So anyway,
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
So the game we chose for this week was Simpsons Road Rage. We played it for the Gamecube, but it's pretty much the same game on all the platforms they released it on, minus Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, exactly. Which version did you end up playing? I think we all played.
I played the GameCube.
Yeah, we all played the GameCube. Yeah. You played the GameCube too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did play it a little bit on PlayStation 2, but it was the same game and it was more stable from where I was running it. So I played it on GameCube. I ended up playing the whole thing on GameCube. So
nice.
But yeah, so this game came out in North America in November 24th of 2001, and it was published by EA Electronic Arts and developed by Radical Entertainment.
Yes, it was. And like you said, it came out PlayStation 2, Xbox, GameCube, Game Boy Advance. EA, man, this is when they were kind of king of a lot of different games. Like they weren't, because now they kind of just do sports games. Is that just their foray?
Yeah, pretty much. They have some. Don't they do Call of Duty or something like that too? Or
no, that's Activision Blizzard.
Maybe Battlefield.
Yeah, they have a couple big AAA titles, but this is when they were doing a lot more just whatever games.
Yeah. So the basis of the game, basically, if you ever played the game Crazy Taxi, originally came out on Dreamcast. It's basically a clone of that game, and it's so much of a clone of that game that they actually had a lawsuit that was laid down. Because it was so closely to the patent infringement of that Crazy Taxi game, which is funny.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it is like a replica of that game with a skin over it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, let's play Crazy Taxi at first, and I was like, maybe we should have played that one, but I was like, it would be more fun and just cartoony would be Simpsons Road Rage, so I kind of landed on that one instead of Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, I know. It was I mean, I like the characters of this better than Crazy Taxi, but there was Crazy Taxi on Dreamcast. That was one of my favorite games.
Nice. Yeah, I do like that game as well. We used to have this local arcade or this restaurant that had an arcade in it, and they had the Crazy Taxi arcade game, and I used to play that a lot. That was really fun.
Yeah, it's funny that because this game, even too, Crazy Taxi was an arcade game, and if this game was ported over to an arcade, it would play better than a standalone game in my opinion. So
yeah, okay. So the basis of the game is it's basically like a Crazy Taxi type game. Obviously, as we were just talking about, you pick people up and you drop them off, but and you make money, but with a Simpsons spin on it.
Yeah. So Crazy Taxi. Pick people up, drop them off. If you get them there faster, you get more money, and then you all get more time on your time clock. So you just continue, at least in the Road Rage mode, you'll continue to do that until you run out of time doing that. And then you'll get extra money for little mini portions. Like if they say, oh, do destruction, you try to hit as many cars and take out as many people along the way. Or they'll say, play it safe, and you're just not trying to hit anything or do any damage, and you'll get additional money doing it that way.
Yep. So there were obviously all of the main Simpsons characters in the game, which you start as Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Grandpa. And then as the game progresses, you can unlock some of your favorites like Krusty the Clown and just some of the other Simpsons.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah, you can be Police Chief Wiggum, which is super cool.
Yeah, and the overarching thing of the game is that Mr. Burns has bought all transit systems. So you're in Springfield, and begun to create radioactive buses that threaten public health. So the citizens of Springfield must use their own cars as a mean of public safer transportation to earn money and attempt to pay back Burns to get rid of the radioactive buses.
Yeah, and it's funny so Mr. Was Burns, right?
Yeah,
Mr. Burns and Smithers will be like when you're trying to pick someone up or do the different challenges, they'll be there to like run into you and stop you. And then the radioactive bus is actually going around doing the same thing too. It's just trying to like plow into you and stop you so that you have to use the his transportation. So he's kind of the villain.
Yeah, so this overall was just like a really fun, just driving around, delivering people type game. And like you said, it's pretty funny because I was like, oh man, I'm going to beat the time or whatever. I was going to do something. And then like I was right up to it and Mr. Burns just comes out of nowhere.
Get him,
and
Smithers.
Smashes me out of the way. I was so bummed. But yeah, it was just a really fun game. We can just kind of start with, kind of the normal talking points. We've talked about the overview of the game. How'd you feel about the general game mechanics, Aaron?
So it seems like you guys really enjoyed this game. I am of the opposite opinion. I wasn't a huge fan. I actually had Crazy Taxi on the Xbox back in the day. So so I'm a big Simpsons fan. I've been a lifelong Simpsons fan since I was a little kid. I just didn't really like this because it was basically Crazy Taxi, but just with a Simpsons skin over it. And you see that a lot of like mobile games nowadays. Well, they'll take the same game and remake it 14 times, but they'll put some different characters in there. So it's, it's neat. And this is kind of like the, 2000 and whenever this came out, like 2001 or whatever it was, version of that. I just wasn't a fan of the overall whole situation. It was kind of neat, and it's fun because it's The Simpsons. It was cool that some of the Simpsons writers were involved in it, and the actual voice actors that did the acting in the show did their voice lines in the game. But up past that, it's a no for me, Doug. It's a no for me.
Okay, yeah. So, well, I like that we have different takes on this game because, like I said, I thought the game mechanics themselves were pretty fun, and the driving around was pretty, cartoony, and the maneuvering and all that kind of stuff was really smooth overall.
Yeah, so it's funny because you guys are almost like on like you're like Aaron really didn't like it. You had a good time with it, and I'm in the middle because there was things about this game that were really good, like for instance the Simpsons theme, the characters, the voiceovers, just the town in general, really nice. And you're right, to Mason's point, the gameplay itself was pretty smooth. Like the controls felt really nice, but on the other side, the graphics were not good overall. They really, for a GameCube game, when you're comparing this to like even Double Dash that we played a couple weeks ago, any PS or if even any PS2 game, the graphics were not that great. I mean, even in the loading screen, you could see where they basically chunked out the black for the for Bart to be in there. Like it was like a GIF. It was pretty crappy. I kind of like the music was okay because it kind of got you hyped up, and it was fun. Like for the time being, I had fun playing the game, but it was a very short-lived fun. Meaning like this would have been and it probably was a good arcade game. Like because it was repetitive in a fun way. I really like the challenges rather than just the road rage. Like just where you had to drive around, hit the thing, but they were repetitive. Like I had fun, but it wasn't for like a long period of time. So I'm kind of in the middle. Like I think this had like its bright spots, but it also there was very, very crappy parts of it.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, to your point, like some of the challenges like didn't even make sense. Like there's the one where like Otto's trying to get his driver's license renewed, so he's running over lampposts. What? That's is nonsense. Like, well, the thing is like it's not even the Simpsons. I mean, like, yes, I understand like Otto's niche is like he's kind of like the stoner bad bus driver. Like I get it, but
come on,
to have a driving test where you're like the driving test is to run down lampposts makes no sense, even if it's supposed to be funny. Like, it just makes no sense. And it killed me, like, just those kind of things. I was like, guys, you're trying a little too hard. I don't know. It just bothered me.
Well, it was...
Yeah, so...
Go ahead, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to say, so this game was in the vein, in the era before there was things like DLC and stuff like that. So they packed a lot of content into this game and a lot of unlockable content. So you start with the base minimum and you have to play through the game to unlock all the levels, and there's tons of characters and there's some secret type characters we'll talk about in a minute. But overall, they had a lot of content in this game, and like you were saying, Aaron, some of that stuff got repetitive, with just running over the mailboxes or the light posts, depending on who you are. So I think they could have cut back the content a little bit and added a little more to the creation of it,
Yeah. It could have been quality over quantity,
right.
But they flipped it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of quantity over quality.
And that's what kind of like with this type of game, like too much is too much, Like that was probably my one big complaint about it. But overall, just playing the game, I played it for a few hours and I had tons of fun. I was done with it by the time I was done with it. But at the same time, the levels, there was a lot of levels, which I liked about that. That was cool. So I don't like seeing the same thing over and over again. But, you talk about the graphics, and that didn't bother me as much. That's funny it bothered you so much, but it didn't bother me as much because I didn't have any expectation of it being anything other than Simpsons, which is iconic in its drawings, but poorly drawn. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my take on it,
I think my thing with the graphics, I have to agree with Weston, and the reason for it is because even like a year or so before this game came out, Jet Set Radio came out, which was one of the first games to do cell shaded gaming. I actually think it was the first cell shaded game, and it's a lot poppier and brighter and would have gone along with the animation themes so much better. I feel like this game was it had a lot of colors, but it wasn't like bright and exciting like it should be or like it could be. And I feel like that was a really big missed opportunity as far as that was concerned.
Yeah, you make such a good point, because you obviously we have to compare apples to apples of like the same year or close to the same year. And there was Zelda Wind Waker was on the GameCube. We need to remember that game. And obviously that's a AAA title. They spent years on that thing. It doesn't even have to be that good, but it was really pixelated. Like cell shaded games should be pretty like sharp and smooth, because that was the thing, is you're sacrificing like visual realism for an art style, but it looks overall very visually appealing and smooth because of that. And it did like the middle thing where it wasn't fully like cartooned and smoothed out and really fluid. It was pixelated and kind of cartoonish, so it kind of had a weird middle ground, which I thought that it just was in the middle. Like there was times that like, at least for the graphics, it was just like, what are you trying to do? Are you just make it really like way more simple and smooth, or try to make it like more visually realistic and just go that way? But it just didn't do either very well.
Absolutely. I mean, it'd be like if they made like a live action, like to rubber band it, it'd be like if they made a live action Simpsons movie. Like it would probably look fine, but it would just not be the same, and it would look kind of weird. Yeah. And it's just a little off-putting because of that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys make some great points. I agree with a lot of that, and I think my expectations for the game coming in were so low that I just ended up having just a really good time with it. And
no, I had a good time. That's the thing. Like I still had a good time. I have grievances, but it was like, to me, I was grinning. Like I was actually having fun playing this game. And if we would have played this game together, I think we would have been I would have rated this higher.
It would. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
I wish we could have, though. But with that, one big gripe I do have about this game is it was only 2-player. I think. I think if I was playing with like this back in the day, having some friends over, I think we did play this, and that did bother me that like me, you, and Spence or Patrick or whoever was there at the time, we all could play it together, So
yeah, I mean, anyway, when you had Xbox and GameCube, when there was 4 ports, there's no reason that any of you, especially when it's a very one it does one.
Dimensional
Yeah,
type
it's
thing.
very
Yeah.
one-dimensional. So it wasn't trying to pack in so much. It should have been 4 players because that's
Yeah, they
Right.
could have easily put in a couple more users. So yeah, that was probably the one the one shining point it could have had that it didn't as well. So yeah, as far as sound, how'd you guys feel about the sound?
I think the sound was, like I said, it was kind of like a fun point for me because like whenever you got into a challenge or you got into your game, it kind of like hyped you up. So it was a little bit like repetitive as well, but I thought it was fun. At least it didn't drag me down.
Yeah, no, the sound was just kind of what I'd expect out of a Simpsons show or whatnot. So what I expect about it running into things,
Yeah, and
stuff like
the
that.
voice samples were really good. So the music
Yeah.
itself was okay, but the voice samples were really, really good.
Yeah, I did like that too. Yeah.
I think that was
and-
my thing with it.
I think the courses were pretty well thought out in design there was some secret areas and things like that you could get to and run through buildings, like special type things. So, and it was based on Springfield, the Simpsons universe. So, as far as like, I enjoyed having so much of that content with different places to drive because that's a gripe for me in a lot of racing games is like, oh, I need more. I want more. So, I thought that was pretty good. I thought the layouts of the levels were pretty well done. And I just think that there was too much to do in the game, and too much to unlock at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yep. So
I think
we'll
there's better games you could spend more time on.
Yeah. So I think I know the answer to this question, but replayability. Would you ever pick this game up again?
That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
No for Aaron.
I mean, if you wanted to be like, hey man, like let's do a round or two of Road Rage, I would. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Like I had fun with it. It's not like I just thought it was really, really horrible, but the chance of me doing this alone again is low.
Yeah.
But if we would want to do this together and do like a Road Rage challenge, I'd play it for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably keep it in my library. Just if we're hanging out sometime and let's pull that out and play that. Whatever. Obviously, there's a lot more things we could play that would be more fun, like Mario Kart or the actual Crazy Taxi or something. But yeah. So anyway, I mean, I would be interested to play Crazy Taxi to see how it is versus this, kind of thing, because this is like the more of a campier, themed version of that game.
Right.
So anyway, cool. Okay, so what are we going to rank this game with? You guys probably know the Simpsons show better than me, so.
Yeah. I don't know what we could rank it with.
I mean, it's got to be what's his beer that he drinks?
Duff beer
Duff
cans.
Duff
Maybe?
beer
Yeah.
cans.
That's
Right.
We're on the same level.
Before we do that, there was some unlockables in this game, like different skins for the characters in their cars. Like they had like holiday skins, and there was like a New Year's Krusty and Halloween Bart, and that was kind of cool. And they were strictly just cheat code unlockable things. You didn't unlock them in the game. You just put in the code, and it would do that. So there was some stuff like that too that was cool.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
I miss those days of being able to push buttons and unlock stuff.
Yeah,
Dude, right?
true.
Now I just push buttons and spend $20 and unlock it.
True.
Okay, anyway. All right, back to the Duff beer cans. Where you at, Aaron? Let's go
so
lowest to highest here.
so I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 10. I feel like this is the filing paperwork of video games. You're just doing the same thing over and over and just kind of paying like the barest minimum of attention to what you're doing so you can accomplish your mission. For me, it was not super fun for me. I didn't really like Crazy Taxi originally. I bought it on Xbox back in the day. Just wasn't a fan. Sorry guys, wasn't a fan.
Yeah, it's okay. So like I'm gonna follow up question to your rating. Why would you give it even 3 beer cans then?
Well, I mean, I like The Simpsons, and some of the jokes were kind of funny. It had a couple little things in there that were clever, like the joke at the very beginning. I'm trying to remember what it was now exactly. Where like Mole Man was like, "Somebody help me," and Marge comments on it. I don't remember exactly what happened. It was kind of funny, and just little things like that. The voice acting quality was good. The gameplay like tightness wise was fine. It just wasn't for me. Just the gameplay style wasn't for me. That's all.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, Weston.
I'm gonna go 5.5 beer cans out of 10. I think it definitely had some fun points. Like I said, the voice acting, they were good voice samples. The music was pretty good overall. Like, I think it was okay. It wasn't great, and I had fun with it. But there was all this other dark side. I was like, oh man, they could have just done probably 2 or 3 different things, and it'd be better. Plus, we didn't play together. 5.5 for me, so I'm right in the middle.
Yeah, I'm there too. I was gonna actually just give it a 5, but
cool.
I did enjoy it and I had fun, so cool. All right, the 5 was all the good parts about it, and the lack of 5 was just that, like it's not a long lasting game for me. That's really where a lot of this comes for me. Like, it's not it. Like, I was excited to play this, but I'm not. I wouldn't be like super stoked to replay it. So.
Right.
Yeah. All right, cool. Then I think that's it for this one. We'll close the book on that, and we'll move forward.
Nice.
Yes. Okay, so just kind of some of the things coming out of this week. I wanted to. I think we should have, while the quarantine's going on, we should have like a quarantine gaming segment. Where we talk about specific things that would be cool to play in quarantine. So, couple things that. PlayStation Now, due to quarantine, they have added Spider-Man for PS4 until July on PlayStation Now.
Oh, that's sick.
So that's pretty cool. So even if you don't have a PlayStation, you have a way where you can actually play that Spider-Man game now, which is iconic in my mind.
Yeah, I really actually might do that because I really want to play that game.
Yeah, you could literally just hit it up for a month and rent it and beat it.
Yeah, for real. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also Uncharted is free right now for PS4 users. The Uncharted Nathan Drake collection.
Ooh. Did you play the Uncharted 4? That's the game that came with my PS4, and I didn't play it all the way through, but I was at the last like 10% of that game.
Yeah,
it was
I
really
played
fun.
the first and second one, and I never played the third or fourth. So
yeah, it was
maybe
great.
One day.
It was really, really good. Like I said, I played 90% through that game, and I had a lot of fun with it. It was quite nice, and the graphics for PS4 are some of the best for that game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful game. I never played it, but I watched reviews of it and stuff, and it's amazing how pretty it looks.
Yeah,
I do love a good story-driven game, just like almost like a movie with some adventure in it. Some puzzles and stuff. So that's what I really liked about the first two. It was the first two games to me were kind of like a campy rom-com in the dialogue and stuff, though. Like on the other side of it, it was like the Disney movie National Treasure meets like the Matthew McConaughey thriller Fool's Gold.
That's great.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. So anyway, but Uncharted, definitely great game. So should check that out. I'll probably try to download it. I don't know if I'll have time to actually play the other two installments, but yeah, since it's free, that's pretty cool. That a lot of movies have been coming out early because of the quarantine. It's cool to see them putting out some games as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially big titles like Spider-Man.
I think that's a really good incentive to play because that's a game that you 100% should drop $60 on. That's worth $60. But if they're going to add it to their library like that, that's really cool.
And it's a loophole to the PS4 exclusive, so that's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. So, because and some information was leaked a little bit about Spider-Man PS2 coming for PS5. They're saying apparently it's going to drop next holiday season next year, 2021. So that'll be pretty cool.
Ooh, might be a launch title then.
Yeah. If they're saying PS5 is going to drop this December.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like next?
Yeah.
Like not like 2021.
Yeah.
Christmas. You mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. I thought you meant this coming. I got you.
Yeah. So that it went like if I don't get a PS5 before then, I'll probably buy it for that game just because the first one was so good.
Dude,
yeah. But and then just in the Spider-Man vein, while we're talking about it, they announced that Venom is going to be released next summer, the second Venom movie.
Oh, nice.
And
Yes.
yeah, and the name of it is There Will Be Carnage. Venom. There Will Be Carnage. So,
Beautiful.
I'm just glad that they got rid of what's his name's crazy curly wig. It's
yeah.
a bit silly. They got rid of that though, thankfully.
Oh, they did. I haven't seen any
Yeah.
shots or anything.
Who's playing Carnage?
Yeah. It's
Woody Harrelson.
Woody
Oh,
Harrelson.
I
thank
love
you. Yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
I
I'm
know.
so
He's going to be
excited.
so good
Yeah.
in that role because he
I
can
know.
be that crazy guy, so got the
Yeah.
crazy eyes and everything. He's like when at the end of the movie when he showed up, in the cell, and it was
Yeah.
like I was just like, "Oh, that is so perfect." Like that was such a
Yeah.
good tease to the ending of that movie. So.
Oh, I know, dude. But he had like that big wacky Ronald McDonald wig
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, he did.
And everybody was like, I know it's
No.
like, I guess it's like true to the comics, but it's just like,
Yeah.
all right, we don't need everything to be like 1,000% true to the comics. Let's just back off a little bit.
Right.
and get
I
rid
think
of that.
they're going with a darker overtone in the second movie. Like the
Yeah.
first movie was dark, but it was very campy in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to be going. I actually watched that again the other day. It was I really liked the movie itself.
It's good. Yeah, it's funny because it's like when you watch the trailer for that movie, it makes it look so much darker
Yeah.
than it is, and then you go see it, and it's like it is a little bit goofy
Yeah.
at some
Oh, yeah.
points, and it's just like it's not like you expected it to be like the next Dark Knight Rises kind of thing or what have you, where it's just super super
Yeah.
serious, and it's not, and it's still really enjoyable and a lot of fun. But yeah, I kind of hope that they shift the tone for the next one because I think it does need to be a little bit more sinister than it was in the first
Yeah,
place.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that was kind of like a bright spot of the movie was like the relationship between Eddie Brock and Venom is like, obviously they're getting to know each other and there's some humor, but that was like one of the best parts is him just talking to himself, talking to Venom in his head.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I
I'm
love
sure
that.
now that they've established like the funny, the character itself, they can just be a little bit more serious with it.
Right
Yeah,
on.
yeah, I'm pretty excited. It was supposed to come out this October, but with the whole coronavirus, they had to obviously push it back, which stinks because we probably won't get a trailer till the first of next year now, which is a bummer. But I'm
Frickin'
excited
Ronas,
to
man.
see how, since they're going to be including like this whole universe into the Marvel universe, if Tom Holland makes a cameo or whatnot, or if they're going to build out, the whole Michael Keaton Vulture type thing, like they're staging with Morbius and all that too. So.
Right. Oh, the Morbius would be sick.
Yeah. So, anyway,
Yeah, for
cool.
sure.
Cool. That was kind of just something that I was just thinking about. I saw that trailer the other day, or the name drop trailer the other day. It was online. So cool.
Nice.
Kind of moving on down the list. Did you guys have anything else quarantine gaming you wanted to talk about?
No. Like I said, I've been playing Black Desert Online, which is $5 on Steam. That's been a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Kind of chilling out by myself playing that. And then like we talked about last week, having the Stadia free for 2 months. And there's like a bunch of games on there that are really worth investing some time in. But other
Cool.
than that, not really.
Yeah, I've just been playing Final Fantasy. I haven't beat it yet, but I could have beat it by now if I just don't want to waste it. I don't want to run through it and be like, oh, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
So I've been
Yeah.
kind of doing other things too. So
Got to savor it.
yeah. So I backed a new tabletop game coming out that looks pretty sick that I wanted to talk a little bit about on the podcast. I've recently got into tabletop gaming. So Batman the Animated Series, one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite cartoons still to this day. They're making a straight up like expansion wide tabletop for it. Looks pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it absolutely does. It looks super cool. And because I've been in tabletop gaming for a long time. If any of the listeners aren't familiar with the types of games, like if you ever played like the D&D board games,
Mm-hmm.
it's very similar to what the Batman board game here is trying to achieve as far as like the tile layout, the card layout. You have the miniatures. It's cool because they're paintable miniatures if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like when I saw it and I saw the entry price at $125, I was like, oh god. But Like, really, that's not actually that much at all when you see how much you're getting and what you're getting and the quality you're getting.
It's
and
wild.
You compare it to other products, it's like it's on par or better, you know?
Yeah, so the initial game is going to be called Shadow of the Bat, and then with the Kickstarter, it's going to be like I think the game retail, they said in a post, is going to be like $90, but you get up to like 75 extra figures and different things for the Kickstarter backing exclusive. So things that will not be released to the public. So that's why it kind of gave me the incentive to go ahead and back it. Because I was like, oh, wait. Absolutely. But then I saw all the stuff that was included and the extra double-sided map tiles and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, I got to have this.
Nice.
I got to have the full thing. So
yeah,
pretty cool. I go back and watch some of the episodes of Batman animated series.
Oh, so good.
You know, like on DC Universe, I'll get like a free trial occasionally and I'll watch just for that, you know, and watch it. And I was watching some with my 4-year-old the other night, and man, the score in that and the just all the music in that show is just so good. It was just such an iconic show for its time.
Dude, that show was designed for adults. That show is not written for children. It's dark, ominous. Yeah. It's also slow in a lot of places too. Yeah. Where like, I mean, even when I watched it younger, I was like, I mean, it kind of scared me because it was so dark. But also, but I loved it. But also,
Clayface.
But it was also very, very slow. Like it's not a fast cartoon. Yeah. So I'm surprised. I mean, if your kid likes that, it's pretty. He must have a good attention span because it's slow.
He doesn't, but we, I don't watch the too crazy ones where they're like shooting at each other and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I have watched some episodes, and he's like, "Can we watch more?" Like we're both sitting there in silence just because I turn it up really loud, and the musical score of like the orchestra music throughout the whole show is just so ominous and makes the dark overtones that much more like interesting and things like that. So it's just awesome, and I'm excited for this tabletop.
I mean, like, they've gotten to the point where like
Danny
the original
Elfman
goal was $225,000 and they're up to $1.6 million off their original. I mean, it's just been like everybody's like, yes, let's do this, please.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks incredible.
All the expansions will end up coming out later, so I'm gonna get just the base. I ordered the base version of it, just pledged on that just to get all the Kickstarter exclusives, and then later I'll get all the other stuff. But pretty excited. So
honestly, that's not a bad price for things too, because I actually don't do a lot of tabletop gaming, but I do like gaming, but I have a lot of tabletop games with not like with the same figurines, and a really good a nice made board game, tabletop game. It's going to run you $50, and on the more complicated ones are going to be like 75, 80. So if you're basically even spending like $100, but you're getting 70 figurines, that's nuts.
Yeah,
I mean, like even if you go buy Settlers of Catan is like $45 new or $50 new, whatever. I mean, stuff like that. That's pretty simple.
Very.
So the game is pretty cool because they have so many different modes with it too. Because there's like a cooperative play mode. There's a mode where you play against each other, and then there's like a 1-player mode too. So it's really cool that you can have diversity. You don't have to have people to play with. Obviously, that's the fun of tabletop gaming, but just the fact that you can pull this out one night. I do that a lot with that Power Rangers board game I have. I'll pull it out and play at night after the kids go to bed just by myself, just to take my mind off things. And it's fun, it's cool. This will be...
And the cool thing with a lot of the figurines too is that like if you are like a paper and dice player, playing like Pathfinder, or like I mean, there's like a bajillion different rule sets that you can make or play with. But you can use these figurines. A lot of them are like 5x5 standards that you could play those games using. Yeah. And I mean, just like if you had like a cyberpunk game or whatever you wanted to play, throw these in there. Work out really well for you.
Yeah, it is cool. And this game is I can't find it right now, but it is part of a network of games that IDW makes, and that they interact with each other, so you can actually play some of these characters in different games. Like there's a Ninja Turtles game they made, so it actually crosses over, which is cool. So I'm definitely really stoked for this. I'm all about the miniatures in these games. They're so sweet. I wish I could paint, but they're it's awesome. So, and this show is obviously, it was like a no-brainer for me. It was like, I'm a big Power Rangers fan, and so that was a no-brainer. I backed all that stuff they put out, and that game's like really big now. which is cool.
Yeah.
But this is right up there with it. So I was like, I got to get this one. I got to pick this one up. So
That's awesome.
looks really
Yeah,
fun. The art looks really good too. Just back to that TV show art, plus. So I'm just going to be thinking of Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill in my head when I'm playing the game.
Oh, so good.
The voiceovers, yeah.
So
anyway, cool.
I love it.
Cool. Yeah, so that just wanted to bring that up. They're accepting late pledges right now, so pick it up if you're interested.
Very nice.
Yep. So kind of moving on here, Aaron, you wanted to talk a little bit about this, basically the Facebook Twitch.
Yeah, so I thought it was an interesting little bit of news. Was it Monday? Facebook changed their whole layout. If you've been on Facebook, I think a lot of people of our generation don't really use it that much anymore. I know I don't. I really mostly use it for work. But I saw this, and I was like, a little bit of gaming news might be interesting, and it actually is decent. I like it. The app is good. It's almost exactly the same thing as Twitch. It's just fully integrated into Facebook. It's like facebook.com/gaming or something like that. It's cool because it uses your actual, like, whatever your name is on Facebook is what it uses. So you can't like hide behind some pseudonym and act like a toxic jerk. Which is really nice. The community is a little bit smaller than Twitch right now, so like I was even like leaving comments and talking directly to some of the content creators playing these games. Like I was watching a game, I can't remember the name of it now. That it's the new Riot, who does League of Legends, their popularity game. Valorant, thank you. And I was watching and just like talking to the guy who's big into it in the closed beta about the game and what it's like and how it plays and things like that and how he feels enjoying it. And it's just really nice. I liked that you can like add people directly from like the list of people speaking, like in the comment section. If you kind of get a conversation go with somebody, you can add them to your Facebook friends list. It looks like there's a lot of specifically mobile gaming support, because there is the app that you can get on your phone and stream like mobile, like they had like PUBG Mobile and Mobile Legends Bang Bang and stuff like that on there. It seemed like it was sort of, I don't want to say mostly for that, but I think it was really geared towards that, and then also some PC gaming. I don't think it's on console yet at all. But it still looked pretty solid. Otherwise, it kind of feels like it's Facebook's attempt to get young people back into Facebook.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, like a lot of us, like I said, I don't think a lot of us use it anymore. I use it for work more than anything and just like post snide comments here and there. I don't really know if it's going to give Twitch a run for its money, but it is still well done. It's still well integrated into Facebook. The one big thing for me was I didn't see any ads pop up anywhere on it, which is huge. Because I know, like, people complain, like, even, like, if you join in on a Twitch stream, there's, like, a 30-second ad that'll pop up, and people just hate it. And, I mean, like, it bothers me a little bit, too. It's kind of annoying. So I thought that was really nice. That was a big plus for people. But, I mean, overall, yeah, it's kind of neat. You don't have to, like, get a membership. You can throw, like, they have, like, little stars that you can buy, and it's basically, like, tipping the host of the channel or whatever here and there if you want to, and you can buy emotes, or you have like the full like normal like what you would have on your phone emojis unlocked already and things like that. So it's worth a check out. It might not, you probably aren't going to switch from Twitch to that if you do it or what have you, but it's worth checking out. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's a neat thing. Like you said, I think the hardcore gamers will probably stay with Twitch, obviously, but I think this, Facebook rules the world at this point. It's like the biggest marketing platform in the world. So
exactly,
it's a no-brainer for them to do something like this.
Yeah, so
exactly.
It's interesting too because basically there's 4 major game streaming platforms right now, which is Twitch being the number one, and they control 73% of the market. And then second one is actually YouTube gaming. And then the third and fourth is Facebook gaming and Mixer. So if you're not like really in the know in streaming, what's been happening is like companies like Mixer, Facebook gaming, and YouTube have been offering large sums of money, like contracts, to stream only on their platforms from basically the biggest streamers on Twitch. So gotcha. I think I want to say 5 of the maybe 4, at least no, 5 or maybe even 6 have been taken away from Twitch, of the biggest streamers on Twitch. Like, they were average like 60,000 viewers to like 100.
I just saw Ninja. They got him.
Yeah, did they?
Mixer has Ninja and Shroud, and Shroud and Ninja are 2 of the biggest that were on Twitch. And then Facebook Gaming got a guy named Disguised Toast, and he was number 1 on Twitch for months last year.
Yeah,
and then
that's crazy.
there's like,
watching him earlier,
if you know who Courage is, like he does a bunch of games too. He's actually signed to YouTube Gaming now. So these other companies are just trying to get a share, because obviously for the longest time Twitch had like a complete monopoly on it. But they're trying to make, YouTube, Facebook, and Mixer are trying to basically at least cut the pie a little bit, to be able to take some some viewers away. And it's honestly nice, like Aaron was saying, because since their viewership, let's say when Ninja was streaming on Twitch, he'd have like 70K. Now, let's say he has like 5K on Mixer, but that's still a lot. But a lot of other streamers, their viewership's going down so much, but it gives them an opportunity, if you want to go on there and chat and ask them questions, where they can like actually respond to you. Because normally when they have that many viewers, it's just a wall of comments, and it's impossible to actually ask a real question. So it's good for the market, because it makes Twitch improve as well too, because they've been so stagnant in their platform. Like nothing's changed for like 2 years, like legitimately. So
yeah, like, absolutely. They've been like the EA of the NFL, with just having the rights to everything.
No, yeah, really,
exactly.
The viewership.
You're exactly right.
And it's nice for not even the big guys, but for like smaller guys too, that like, that are kind of wanting to get into it, for going onto a new platform that's not like, it's new, but it's also Facebook. Like it's still probably going to be decently large, and Facebook will throw mountains of money at it to make it work. So, it's something that, somebody can get in on the ground floor that might not have been able to do it on Twitch because it's so flooded,
That's
exactly.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, I might try it out. After talking about this, I might check it out.
Yeah, let's do it. Check us out, not on Twitch, but on Facebook Gaming.
So, but we'll just be
KITG podcast.
We'll just all 3 just do different ones. I'll do Twitch. You guys do.
Yeah, there you go.
YouTube.
Just have all of the apps running in the background at once. My computer.
I mean, think about this. There's 15 million daily active users on Twitch alone every day. So if Facebook, YouTube, or Mixer even get a fraction of those things, it's really good for them. That's the amount of ad. Like if you show that to like an ad exec and say, hey, you could have even 1,000 people that are going to look at your ad every day or a couple times a day, that's big money, like ad money. So
yeah, oh yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad you brought that to our attention. That's pretty neat. I like that. So cool.
I'm glad I brought it up too. You're welcome.
we have Aaron, who's actually the best at everything. He's the most humblest. Yes. So we're glad we have him to balance us out.
I'm probably the most humble person you've ever met.
He's definitely the most handsome.
I'm really super humble.
It's the mustache. Makes you look more humble.
It is. It is.
All right. So I think that's kind of all the talking points I had for today. I just kind of wanted to talk about next week. Aaron threw the idea of playing Gauntlet Legends out for the PlayStation 1.
Yes.
I'm on board as long as we can play together.
Yeah,
we should be able to.
Yeah, I don't want to play this game unless we can play it together. So if you guys want to do something different and push it,
I played Gauntlet Legends 2 on PSP, and me and Spence actually, man, we slayed that game for hours. So if we can all play together multiplayer, I'm definitely down, because I've never played the first one.
Yeah, I had the Gauntlet remake on PS4, and that was so much fun.
Nice. Yeah, it's kind of like this game kind of paved the way for like X-Men Legends and that type of gameplay too.
Right.
Very true.
In Marvel,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Yeah, those are just kind of reskins of the Gauntlet style game. Yeah, absolutely.
So just let me know when you guys want to play this, and I'm down to play it whenever. I'll get the details of it together, but I'm cool with that.
Yeah. We'll just do it once we're done here.
It's funny. I was either gonna turn to the Gauntlet or we were gonna play Gauntlet Legends.
Dude, the Gauntlet came to us.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. If you don't know, Aaron, the Gauntlet is our random game chooser that we turn to occasionally to choose a random game to play.
Sometimes it just gives us pure platinum out of the Earth's core, or ultimate dog poop. One of the two.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh,
Love
man.
it.
Good times. Okay, cool. So, unless you guys have anything else to say, I think it is time for some trivia.
Trivia time. It's gonna be awesome because I made up all the questions this week.
Yeah.
All right.
Mason versus Weston, the old rivalry.
Oh man.
Whatever.
Yes.
You know what I think what got me last time is the buzzing in. Like if we just had like give me the question, I could have got them all, but Aaron got me just so quick every time.
Yeah.
I'm very.
Do you want to
quick.
change the format, or do you
No.
we got
to do we have to do me and you, and then if you win, which I think you will, then you have to face Aaron again, and then whoever wins that then is the ultimate champion, and then we can change it up. We can do a different format.
All right.
We got to keep on going though.
I like it. I'm down. Let's do this and
all right.
Cue the music. All right. Here we go.
I'm gonna start the Jeopardy music. All right, gentlemen. You know the rules. I read the question. You have to let me finish the question, and then I'll read 4 multiple choice questions or 4 multiple choice answers, and you can buzz in anytime after that. Just say ding or buzz or I love you or whatever you'd like to do. All right, here we go. Question 1. In what year was Bethesda's Fallout 3 released?
Ding.
2004. Mason.
2004.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
So I'll finish the multiple choice. 2004, 2006, 2008, or 2010.
Nice.
Weston?
But I got
You
it.
got
right,
it.
didn't I?
No, you got it wrong.
Oh, you said incorrect. You broke up. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you said.
Oh,
correct
I'm
too.
sorry.
Okay.
Incorrect.
Okay, continue. So you said
Yes.
2004, 2006, 2008, and 2010.
That would be yes. That is what I said.
We are gonna go with 2008.
Oh, that would be correct.
All
So that's a
right.
one for Weston. All right. On to question number 2. In the original Kingdom Hearts, what is the name of the starting zone?
Ding.
Ding.
Is it Mason?
It is the Destiny Island.
Oh, that is correct.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I said ding first. I swear.
I heard me
Yeah, it's
first,
funny.
but it's okay.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I actually the first thing I had was Traverse Town, and I was hoping that I could trick you into saying Traverse Town, but it is
Yeah.
Destiny Islands. That is correct.
All
All right, so that's 1-1. All right, question number 3. According to Metacritic, what is the highest rated video game of all time according to user ratings? Is it A, Metal Gear Solid, B, The Witcher 3, C, Portal, or D, Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne?
Ding.
Mason.
D. Warcraft 3.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Incorrect.
Okay, give me the
Weston.
options again.
I think I know.
Is it A, Metal Gear Solid, B, The Witcher 3, or C, Portal?
C Portal.
That is also
Oh my
incorrect.
God! So wait, we just lose
All
the
right.
question.
The correct
We
answer
nixed
is
that one, yeah.
the correct answer is The Witcher 3.
Really?
Man.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, user ratings.
user ratings.
User
Oh, I'm
ratings.
so
I tried
idiot.
to. Yes, user ratings. Now, on to the next question. According to Metacritic, which is the highest rated video game of all time, according to critics' ratings.
Okay.
All right. So is it A, Soul Calibur for the that was the Xbox version? Was it B, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, C, The Legend of Zelda
Ding.
Ocarina of
Ding.
Time?
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina
Weston.
of Time.
That is correct. The other, so Soul Calibur, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, and Grand Theft Auto 4 were also in the top 5, I believe. But yeah, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was the number 1 according to
Yes.
critics.
All
All
right.
right, so 2-1. All right. So the next question. What is the first game chronologically in the series Metal Gear by Hideo Kojima and not by Konami? Because Konami sucks. Is it 1, Metal Gear Solid for the NES, 2, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, 3 Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation, or 4 Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater?
Ding.
Okay, ding.
I think Weston dinged it first, actually. It was quiet, but I'm pretty sure.
Metal Gear Solid PlayStation 3 Snake Eater.
Is that right?
Yes, that is right. It was a little bit of a janky answer, but yes, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is correct.
By the way,
Yeah.
by the way, the fact that you didn't get that immediately, I was sitting over here like, oh my god, if I get to, I'm literally just gonna. I guessed. By the way, that was a complete guess.
Yeah. I had a follow-up question, which was, or just like repeat because I couldn't remember if you said chronological or just like release order. So,
yes, chronologically, story-wise.
Because I knew Snake Eater was good. Yeah. And Ground Zero
I rewrote,
was the sequel to that, and then the SNES version, and then Metal Gear Solid. So.
Correct. Yeah. And I rewrote this question probably 4 times because I was trying to figure out exactly how to say chronologically, story-wise in the series Metal Gear.
Well, all I know is there was a 25% chance I was gonna get that right, and I got it.
You did. You did get it right. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So what is it? 3-1 then, right?
Yep.
All right. So question number whatever 5, 6.
Yeah, this
I don't
is
know.
5.
Whatever.
Next one.
Excellent. So question 5: Who invented video games? Is it A. Ralph Baer, B. Albert Wesker, C. Ralph Macchio, or D. Alan Wake?
Ding.
Mason?
A. Ralph Baer.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Who's Alan Wake?
Albert
is
Wesker.
Alan Wake from a video? Is he a comic book character?
Alan Wake is from a video game called Alan Wake.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, Alan Wake sounds like a character.
Yeah, Ralph Macchio is from the
I knew that.
And Albert Wesker is from Resident Evil.
Good.
I knew Wesker. Yeah. Okay. All right, 2-3. Let's do this.
2-3. All right. Next question.
This is
Which
question
company
7, by the
is
way.
whatever
6, right?
question number this is, I have no idea.
No, it's 2-3. And
I
we
didn't
next
number
one,
the questions.
so it's number 7.
Yes.
This is 7. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
All right. Excellent. Which company
hard.
is the oldest? Which company is the oldest? Is it A. Sony, B. Nintendo, C. Atari, or D. Sega?
Ding.
Ding.
I think that was Mason.
Sony.
Incorrect.
I'm gonna go with Sega.
Also incorrect. The correct answer is Nintendo, which was founded in like 1890. It was originally a card. They made playing cards. It's a super, it's 120 years old. It's a really old company.
Crazy.
Yeah, Sony's I think 75 years old. Atari's 40 years old, and Sega's 50 years old, something like that. I didn't write it all down.
Sega's
but
that old.
something
That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought
I
Sega
know.
was older than the rest of them, but okay, it's fine. So excellent question. So it's 3-2
right,
still.
yeah.
Question 8.
3-2 still. Yep. All right. So in the Doom series, which if you guys know, Doom Eternal just came out. So in the Doom series, you play a space marine referred to by fans as Doom Guy. According to ID Software, what is Doom Guy's official name? Is it A. Flynn Taggart, B. Doom Marine, C. Doom Slayer, or D. John Grimm?
Ding.
Mason.
Doomslayer.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Did you really know that? Or
And in
did you
fact,
guess?
I did.
it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
In fact,
there
it's
was
a
a
trick
mode in
question.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a trick question because they're all actually correct.
Oh.
So Doom Guy is what he's referred to by fans, but also in Doom Eternal in the subtitles he's referred to as Doom Guy. Flynn Taggart is what he's referred to in one of the Doom books. Doom Marine is what he's referred to in Doom 3. Doom Slayer is what he's referred to in the 2016 version of Doom. And John Grimm is what he's referred to in one of the other Doom books as well.
Nice.
But the devs have always called him Doomslayer.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just what was on the wiki.
Well, when I
so-
played Wolfenstein for PC way
Wolfenstein,
back in the
yep.
game, there was a Doomslayer mode. So that's why I thought.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but anyway.
So the Doom character, Doom Guy, is actually officially a long-lost descendant of, what's his name? BJ Blazkowicz, which is the main character in Wolfenstein. So, yeah.
All right.
Cool. 3-3. Tied up.
Little fun facts for you guys throwing in the trivia here. All right. Anyway,
I like it.
In the 2010 action horror game Alan Wake, what is Alan's profession? Is he A, a scientist, B, a writer, C, a doctor, or D, a marine?
Ding.
Mason.
Writer.
That is correct.
Yeah.
He is a writer. The entire game is based around him writing a story, a horror story that comes to life around him and terrorizes himself and the local village.
Never played it, but I knew that.
Oh, nice.
It's super good and scary as all balls. All right, so 4-3. Here we go.
Man, I'm like Tony Romo
right.
in the fourth, just throwing those touchdowns.
I know, man.
There's a minute left on the clock, and Tony's hanging
I'm probably
out.
going to
All
break
right.
my collarbone now, though. So it's good.
Mason's about to get hit in the ribs by a small child and die. All right, so next question. What is the very first game you guys played on this podcast? Is it A, Super Star Wars?
Ding. Biker
Mason.
Mice from Mars.
That is
Biker
correct.
Mice from
Biker Mice from Mars.
Technically, that's not correct. No,
Not
technically,
but that's
it's
the
Mario
first one we
Kart.
released.
All right. Well, the first podcast that came out was Biker Mice from Mars. I assumed you guys would correct me, but
I'm just saying technically that's not correct. The first one was
All right.
Mario Kart,
All right.
but
You know what? Let's skip that one. We'll go to the lightning round.
Dang it!
All right.
I was supposed to get that point.
No, I'm sorry. You know what? Technically incorrect is still the best kind of correct because it's technical. So here we go. All right. How come you guys never call me? Is it A, you got a new phone and lost my number? B, you've been super busy with work?
ding.
C, you're practicing extreme social
Ding.
distancing, which involves not using a
Ding,
phone.
ding.
Or
You
D,
got an iPhone.
You're
You don't
still
have an iPhone.
secretly
Ding.
mad at me for not marrying,
Ding.
or you're still secretly mad at me for marrying your
Ding.
sister.
You have a green bubble by your name.
Yes. I love that we have
All
the
right.
same answers because you don't
I
have an iPhone.
Yes, I have a Google Pixel, and it is better than your iPhones. All right, so the real lightning round question here. Which of the following games was released in the U.S. on December 4th, 2003 for the PlayStation 2? Is it A, Devil May Cry 2, B, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2, C, Dark Cloud 2, or D, Knack 2, baby?
Ding.
Weston.
What was the first answer?
The first one was Devil May Cry 2.
Devil May Cry 2.
Incorrect. Mason.
Can you repeat the question?
I can. I will so which of the following games was released on December 4th, 2003 for the PlayStation 2? Don't Google it. Is it A, Devil May Cry 2, which was Weston's guess and it was incorrect, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2, Dark Cloud 2, or Knack 2?
Dragon Ball Z.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That was my second
Yeah.
answer. Good job, dude.
Dragon Ball. Yes,
All
very
right.
good. Knack 2 was a game for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, I played Dragon Ball Z and Dark Cloud in the same year, so I was like, oh, I don't even. I was
Yeah.
like,
You know what?
it's one of those,
I'm pretty
so-
sure. I kind of thought it was Budokai 2 as well because I remember it being so cold in the chicken house when we played it.
in the chicken
It was
house. Yeah, that's
freezing.
exactly what I just thought of. I was so cold
Yep.
playing that game.
Yep.
That's why
So
I picked it.
Yes. And Devil May Cry 2 and Dark Cloud 2 also did come out that year. Obviously, Knack 2 didn't come out that year. But yeah, those three games came out that year, and I was just trying to trip you guys up. But we played a lot of Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2, so I figured
Yeah.
y'all might get that one pretty good.
Yeah, that was one of those early cell shaded games that actually did it right.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
It was
so
really
good.
Cell shading.
All
Yeah,
right.
remember
Well, that's
Budokai
beautiful.
1? It was like polygons, and then
Oh,
2
yeah.
came out. It was like, oh, we just revamped it and did cell shading.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good
Beautiful,
times,
beautiful.
good stuff.
All right. So
Also, the correct answer was you're still secretly mad at me for marrying your sister on the other one.
Oh, okay.
no, it was
Gotcha.
definitely
That was
because you have a
the
green bubble.
That was
We,
the
we,
correct
we don't care about
All
Katie,
right.
so calm down.
I do agree to disagree.
Somebody needs to
You don't
wrangle
care
her.
about her. I thought you guys were friends.
All right, so I'll
All
do
right,
the
so-
questions next time since Mason won. as
All right.
expected,
Alright.
and then we'll change the format after whoever wins the next round.
I'm down.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Cool. Well, I think that's it for today. Gauntlet Legends we're
Yeah.
gonna play, and if we decide to call an audible because we can't play it together, because I'm not gonna play this game unless we can play it together.
Yeah,
So,
I agree with that.
So
It's gonna be pretty garbage if we
I'll
can't.
put it on the socials. Follow us on Twitch at KITG Podcast. Been playing some Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Super Nintendo there. I've been kind of hitting a level every weekday, but except for today because we're recording the podcast. But follow us on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, all of the above.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
Yes. What is our Instagram and Twitter handles?
KITG Podcast and all of it.
Okay.
yeah.
Easy
You know,
enough.
actually,
Okay,
I think
that
it's more like Aaron should get an iPhone because the green bubble is a small thing. But I don't know. It could be KITG.
I don't want an iPhone.
It sends
I like
text
to,
messages
when
I like a message instead of just adding the thumbs up to the message.
God.
Yeah, well, you thumbs up like an old person thumbs up, because if a millennial thumbs up, I just assume that's like giving me the middle finger.
Yeah, we've had
essentially.
this conversation, and
We've 100% had this conversation.
I don't know, man. Actually, I had it with Katie when she was here last.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, enough about the green bubbles and trying to understand, the world of text messaging in 2020. All right. Well, until next week, Gauntlet Legends. Check it out. Here we go.
Yep.
Sounds good, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Later.
If you'd like to send us a message, you can email us at kitgpodcast@gmail.com or tweet us at kitgpodcast on Twitter.